Nearly a year ago, wildfires destroyed many areas of Southern California, and now fires hit Porter Ranch and Sylmar. That story ahead.
Plus, the sanctuary for animals and the person leading the way for their protection. We have a report.
And are you constantly stressing over the lack of free time you have? We have some tips for you. Cougar News starts now.
This is Cougar News, Evening Edition. With information from across the Santa Clarita Valley. This is Cougar News.
Welcome to this edition of Cougar News. I'm Michael Bicelli.
And I'm Nenore Corey. Here's the latest from the Cougar Newsroom.
It was nearly a year ago that several fires came dangerously close to burning several local neighborhoods to the ground. Today, it is an unwelcome reminder. Flames roared through neighboring Porter Ranch. Huge clouds of smoke could be seen from the COC campus. Fortunately for Santa Clarita residents, high winds blew the flames south towards the San Fernando Valley. Another major fire near Sylmar also snarled traffic on the Golden State Freeway. Many students and staff struggled to get to campus in a timely manner. Some just chose to stay home.
2 murders in broad daylight within the past month have left some Santa Clarita residents on edge. So the news of suspected gang violence over the weekend is certainly unwelcomed. Just past midnight on Sunday, sheriff deputies broke up a street brawl and arrested 3 juveniles, including one armed with a rifle. Sheriff officials say the suspected gang member barged into a house party near Canyon High School. When authorities arrived, one man fled to a nearby house with a loaded gun. Several hours later, the suspect was tasered and taken into custody without any further problems. Names of the suspects were not released.
The global economy is in a state of emergency. World markets saw their values plunge up to 10% in the past week. The roller coaster continued this week as the New York Stock Exchange rallied to a little more than a 900-point gain on its first day back. Around the world, governments are scrambling looking for answers to put the economy on the right track. Jordan David has this look at the crisis.
The economy falling and the house market crumbling, with the stock market crashing, with banks failing and people panicking to get their money out. How did this all happen? We went to talk to economy expert Mrs. Hamble.
The economy is spiraling down right now because of irresponsible investors, and house market is causing it because of banks that gave loans to people who really shouldn't have been buying houses at that price in the first place.
With a recession at our doorsteps, could a depression be on its way?
It's possible. This could get really bad if it's not taken care of in a proper way. So hopefully we won't be going into a depression. We're not looking at a depression, but of course there's a possibility, because if people freak out, pull their money out, and don't respond well to this, then yeah, I guess we could.
But with the action of the government and the pass of the $700 billion bailout, could it work? Economic experts all around the world say no. This $700 billion bailout could cause major inflation, making the price of bread or any other item quadruple the price. Whichever the government decides to go, there will be major problems with the economy. With all this being said, there are also many other issues, including the credit freezing and states including California going bankrupt. It's only adding to the fire in the economy. The only thing the citizens can do is sit back and hope for the best in this depressing situation. This has been Jordan David reporting for Cougar News.
The economy may be struggling, but with the holiday season approaching, employers are still looking for some holiday help. Hundreds of job hunters recently attended the Fall 2008 COC Job Fair held at the Canyon Country campus. Local employers were in attendance to begin their hiring process for the holiday season. During this time, when companies are cutting back on employment, we have several local companies right here in the Santa Clarita Valley who are in the market for new hires.
Earlier this month, College of the Canyons hosted its 5th annual Santa Clarita College Day at the Valencia campus. Colleges from across the country were on hand to answer questions from students and parents. Beatrice Franklin tells us more.
College Day was sponsored by College of the Canyons and the William S. Hardy Union District. More than 60 colleges and universities were on hand to talk to students, like CSU Bakersfield, Cal Poly, Northridge, and Northern Michigan University. There were also several representatives from various COC departments, including radio, television, film.
Radio, television, film is designed for students who want to gain industry skills while applying them in a college setting.
With the economic issues, students wonder how much of an advantage can a community college be?
I think in this changing economy and job market, it's especially relevant and important that students get serious about a career and get serious about studying for entering into the job, into the marketplace.
I think that the community college system is integral to training students. They can get direct, practical experience here at the college that maybe you can't get at a four-year university that stretches more the theory. So students can come here. We also have a real strong internship program, which really helps.
I'm Beatrice Franklin reporting for Cougar News.
The road to college can be a bumpy ride, but for the new Canyon Country campus, the ride was a bit too bumpy for drivers. To ease the drive, administrators have decided to make a change. The speed bumps that were installed a couple weeks ago at the Canyon Country campus were a bit too aggressive for drivers. In response to complaints, the campus has removed the speed bumps and will install a less impactful design that will continue to help regulate posted speed limits around Canyon Country campus. The new bumps will be installed within the next couple of weeks. Until the bumps are added, drivers should control their speeds to ensure their safety as well as pedestrians.
Because of the new smoking ban on campus, the smoking section on campus will be closed starting in the winter and spring 09 semesters. Several students are not pleased and thought they should speak up on the issue. Veronica Peebles has the story.
COC is in the midst of its own controversy. Next semester, both campuses will be smoke-free, but truly, how many smokers break the rules on campus? A recent ASG meeting revealed several students disagree with the ruling. I spoke to Sharif Zikr on the subject.
I believe that the smoking section should remain open because it provides a central location for all the students who currently have something in common with each other, smoking, who A, are new, or B, don't even know that many people to congregate. And it's a central location. It's somewhere where I can be able to get to any of my classes on time after having a cigarette, because sometimes in the morning before class, I need a cigarette in order to be able to sit still. Right now, we currently have gone to ASG board meetings, and we've debated it with the ASG, and the ASG moved me to the Board of Trustees, and in turn we went to the Board of Trustee meeting, and we had a major debate. It was off agenda, but now we got our item on the agenda for the joint ASG Board of Trustee meeting. It's looking at October 22nd. That is going on at 1 p.m. If you head to the administration building, you should be able to ask and figure out what room it's in. It shouldn't be too hard to find. Since currently there's a petition circulating the campus. If you feel as if that you need to sign it, it is the petition to keep the College of the Canyon smoking section. There's many students out there who have it, and I'm sure if you come by to one of the smoking sections and ask about it, you should be able to find it just fine.
I then spoke to one of 3 students who were asked to pose in an unknowing dramatized photo for our college newspaper. Here are his thoughts on the issue at hand.
He just said he was taking pictures for the Canyon Call, and he said that he was going to take a picture for a smoking thing, and I was like, okay, cool, so maybe he's going to be on our side, because he would never say anything about if it's a biased article or not. He just basically said, oh, it's for smoking on COC, how they're going to be taking it out in the spring of 09. That's it? Yeah, 09. And yeah, he just never said anything after that. They're breaking down walls, and if they break down those walls, then basically this whole entire campus is going to be covered with cigarette butts.
We will keep you posted as the story develops. This is Veronica Peebles reporting for Cougar News.
Vacations are hard to come by these days, so a trip to Africa to see some of the world's most exotic felines is most likely out of the question. But Claudine Sarmiento tells us that you don't have to drive very far to experience the next best thing. She joins us live from the RTVF Edit Suite with more.
Thanks, Nanor. That's right, everyone. Even you can witness the intensity and beauty of lions and tigers. All it takes is a 20-mile drive to Acton, and there you will find a place called Shambhala. The Shambhala Preserve has been the home to lions, tigers, leopards, and panthers since 1972. Founded by Birds actress Tippi Hedren, Shambhala serves as a rescue habitat for abandoned and mistreated felines.
The Shambhala Preserve is a sanctuary where we rescue big cats, the exotic feline, who have been born in the United States to be sold as pets.
But Shambhala isn't just a place for animals. Maintained by the Roar Foundation, the organization offers an education center, tour guides for adults 18 years and older, events for Roar Foundation members, and a separate tour guide for schools.
We teach the kids about the animals and the fact that they are not pets. No wild animal is a pet.
This past weekend, Shambhala celebrated its Roar Foundation members. They provided good music, sold animal merchandise, and had plenty of donation opportunities. Although the event was a success, Tippi Hedren admits that the nation's economy is taking its toll on Shambhala.
It's an extremely difficult situation for all charities because the charities are the ones who are the first to be cut off of people's budgets when the economy gets to be difficult. And this is terrible.
Shambhala is only open to the public once a month, so for event dates, donations, and other information, log on to www.shambhala.org. I'm Claudine Sarmiento for Cougar News. Back to you, Nenore, in the studio.
Oftentimes, domestic violence goes unnoticed. Many times, those who are abused stay silent because of fear or simply because they just don't know where to turn. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. You can help support the abused in Santa Clarita Valley. On October 23rd, COC will host a domestic violence awareness concert at the Valencia campus Honor Grove beginning at 11:45 a.m. Various campus groups will be on hand to speak to and educate students. There will also be a special performance by the group Women on the Move. Their music will be on sale at the event with some of the proceeds benefiting the Santa Clarita Valley Domestic Violence Center.
Coming up on Cougar News, a special day for disabled children at Castaic Lake. That story ahead.
Plus, the Loose Goose Festival hits the Santa Clarita Valley. That's coming up after this.
Hi, I'm LA County DA Steve Cooley, and you're watching SCV TV, local television for Santa Clarita.
The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department is now hiring. The Sheriff's Department will be hosting a Women in Law Enforcement Career Day, October 25th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at College of the Canyons in Valencia. Come and see all the exciting and diverse opportunities that are available. Explore the Career Expo and take part in the available on-site testing that begins at 10:30. Now is your chance to see what one of the most respected law enforcement agencies in the world has to offer. For more information, call 1-800-8DEPUTY or visit them on the website at lasd.org.
A day on the lake, your own boat, your own captain, and some time for fishing. Recently, I had a chance to spend a day with local disabled and disadvantaged kids at this special event. Dozens of local disabled and disadvantaged children attended the third annual Cast for Kids fishing event held at Castaic Lake. Local fishermen and volunteers donated their time and their boats for a day of fishing and quality time with the kids.
This is the third annual event we've done here on Lake Castaic, and what a fabulous event. The involvement of the community is just tremendous. The people down here really care about their community and about their lake, and they really show it. The kids are coming off the boats now, and they have smiles so big, I'm afraid it's going to tear the corners of their mouth.
I have fish, and I pulled water, and I warmed up with my buddy, and then we got a fish, and I kissed it.
CAST, which stands for Catch a Special Thrill, is a national organization.
Been around for 17 years, and we've gone from that one event 17 years ago to 57 events in 27 states.
Reporting for Cougar News, I'm Michael Bocelli.
Santa Clarita is known as a gateway to California's wine country, so it's no wonder how the Loose Goose Festival is quickly becoming a tradition for many who love wine and the winemaking process. Jim Walker joins us now with a look at this year's Loose Goose Festival. Jim?
On Saturday, October 4th, Valencia's Bridgeport Park was the setting for the Loose Goose Wine Festival after dark. And though the sky threatened rain, it couldn't keep an estimated 5,000 people from enjoying the party. There was wine, of course, plus food, beer, and live music.
Hi, this is Peter Gosens. I'm the owner of the Loose Goose and the Loose Goose Wine Festival. And this is our 4th year. We're here at Bridgeport Park in Valencia. Last year we had 7,500, and this year we expect between 8,000 to 10,000 people. That made us into the largest wine festival in Southern California at this point. We have about 75 vineyards represented here today, and we also have, standing actually with my back to the Belgian Beer Cafe. So we're very excited because we know there's a lot of mixed couples out there, people where the husband likes the beer and she likes the wine, or the other way around. So we're trying to keep everybody happy at the Loose Goose.
It's a great festival. It's a lot of fun. You know, this is my, I guess, 3rd year attending now. I volunteer for them every year as well, so I always attend Saturday and work Sunday.
Hi, my name's Dave Reynolds here at the Loose Goose Festival. We come out here every year, and I own Leona Valley Winery. We really enjoy the Loose Goose because, again, with all the wineries here, we have a great draw. We get to meet lots of new faces and introduce our product to a very large amount of people in one shot.
Hello, my name's Casey Perkins, and I'm here with my dad, Dan Perkins, and we are volunteers at the Loose Goose Wine Festival, and we are here to help get some of these guys enrolled as members of the society, the Wine Society for Peter Gosens. So that's what we're doing. It's a great day. No rain so far, so we're looking good.
Cheers.
The 4th annual Loose Goose Wine Festival featured several events held at various SCV locations over a 4-day period, and part of the proceeds benefited the Brenda Mailing Cancer Fund. Approximately 10,000 people attended. For Cougar News, I'm Jim Walker. Back to you in the studio.
With more and more classrooms at community colleges being filled with students of all ages, teachers at COC were treated with a workshop on how to handle such a diverse group and to face the challenges it may cause. Eric Scott has this report.
This past week, the Performing Arts Center was filled with teachers who were treated to a presentation about a topic most people wouldn't give much thought to.
And the only group that when we went into war said it's okay to protest a war were baby boomers.
Dr. Pamela Cox-Otto discussed the wide variety of age groups of students currently enrolled in community colleges throughout the nation. For more details, I spoke with the organizer of the event, Leslie Carr.
Dr. Pamela Cox-Otto gave a presentation on Tuesday afternoon for College of the Canyons faculty on teaching to a multi-generational classroom. We invited our colleagues from regional community colleges to attend as well, and she talked about the different generations that we're experiencing for the first time in the classroom. Baby boomers, Gen X, Gen Y, and how they all relate to each other.
My big thing is communications, right? And particularly now more and more on digital communications because that's kind of related. So I'm going to talk about generational trends and some of the things that I see. And really my way I look at it is by how we communicate with each other. So some of it I have really good data.
In case you missed the event,
we will be presenting a follow-up presentation on Tuesday, October 28th from 2 to 3 in Aliso Lab 113 for the faculty to continue the discussion about these different generations in the classroom.
For Cougar News, I'm Eric Scott.
Within the first few days of starting college, many students quickly learn that managing their time is one of the most challenging and difficult aspects of being in school. Students often report that their inability to manage their time is the biggest problem they face in college. Time management is a skill few people master, but it's one that most people need. Mary Barbarian has the story.
As fall semester kicks into high gear and schedules fill up, college students may find their stress levels rising. But Professor Falders, a philosophy teacher here at COC, says there's an answer, and it's called time management.
You want to be a good student? Got to budget your time.
Sleep, eat, exercise. Students should try to sleep 8 hours a day. You should try to eat 2 hours a day. That means a half-hour breakfast, half-hour lunch, 1 hour dinner, fish, vegetables, fruit, carbos, pasta. Try to exercise 2 hours a day. This is California. There's plenty of good exercises. You got surfing, skiing, skateboarding, rollerblading, cycling, rock climbing, hiking. I mean, there's no excuse not to exercise. The weather's fine, the weather's perfect. Because school and life is real stressful, parking's stressful, exams are stressful, you gotta relax. An hour a day. I go to Pete's Coffee for an hour a day. My brother sleeps, my sister walks the dog. My other brother reads the sports pages. And if you do this, you'll notice you have 11 hours left a day for work and study. So if you want to be a good student, you got to budget your time. Sleep well, eat well, exercise. If you're eating and exercise, you will sleep well. You got to relax because you're going to be working hard.
Time management is a hard thing to master, so get and use a calendar. It can be a paper calendar or a cell phone PDA. No matter what kind, make sure you have one. I'm Mary Barbarian reporting for Cougar News.
It is said comedy is the art of timing, but what if you only get a few seconds to make any scenario funny? Jeremy Grasso recently had a chance to see some COC students trying to do just that.
Improv night at College of the Canyons was, well, you know. I'm just kidding. It was a great night full of amazing on-the-spot comedy. This is how it worked. The audience would think of a scenario, and they would pretty much have about 10 seconds to think of how they were going to make that funny, and then act it all out for you for about 2 minutes. I tip my hat to these guys because that sounds really hard. I mean, I wouldn't know how to make Barack Obama stealing candy from a baby funny, and that was actually one of the scenarios, by the way. Most of the people doing this had no previous experience with improv at all. First-timer Austin Debsky was happy with his turnout.
I think we did pretty good. It was our first show, and so we got everything rolling, and everyone worked really hard to prepare, and we rehearsed, and everyone got along great, so it went pretty well.
The audience laughed. They probably had a good time at our expense, so that was great, because that's what we're here for, our expense, right? You know, being a gimp and all.
This is Jeremy Grasso reporting for COC News.
2 weeks ago, the COC Music and Theater Department got a special treat when a Broadway performer lent her expertise to the program. Susan Egan, who is well known for her success in the entertainment industry, worked with 8 randomly selected people. The special 3-hour masterclass was packed with spectators as they watched a class in action. Ms. Egan helped explain the workings of the entertainment business and what things to look out for. Along with the masterclass, Egan also made another special appearance in the Performing Arts Center's Cabaret on Stage series performance.
Coming up next on Cougar News, COC football looks to continue their impressive run of blowout victories.
And our Cougar soccer teams look to rebound and get on the winning track. Sports is next.
I vote because I have choices to make my life better. Every registered voter in California has the choice to vote in person or vote by mail in every election, or just this one. California's Vote by Mail program is one of the nation's most voter-friendly systems. 600,000 voters are expected to make their choices by mail in LA County. On or before November 4th, I will cast my vote. Go online to lavote.net to learn more about voting by mail. Vote. You count.
There is a theater tradition that if you say the name of a certain Scottish play, your play will be cursed. Well, The students at Hilltop High are about to do their first musical in 10 years and everything seems to go wrong. This comedy of errors is a madcap musical suitable for the entire family and features a cast of incredibly talented young performers. Come see Musical, The Bard is Back, running now at the Canyon Theater Guild through November 1st. See it or be forever cursed.
Welcome back. The Cougar football team has been off to an impressive start to begin the season.
Can they continue their winning ways? That and the rest of the COC sports scene. Mike Morgan joins us from the sports department.
How's our football team doing, Mike?
Well, Lenore, Mike, our third-ranked squad has been roaring through their opponents. COC looked to keep their winning streak alive against 17th-ranked Moore Park College. Heading into this week's contest, COC was a hefty 5-0, looking to stay at the top of the mix with a perfect 6. It was a cold night at Cougar Stadium on Saturday, but that didn't stop COC as quarterback Brad McClellan will take the snap and hand the ball off to running back Fred Winborn, who goes unmolested all the way into the end zone from 12 yards out to put our boys up 21-3. We take you late into the first quarter now as sizzling Hale Carpenter receives this pass from McClellan and puts on his jetpack, flying by nearly all of the defenders from Moore Park as he is brought down just inside the 10-yard line. This long reception led to another Winborn touchdown here, his second of 3 total on the night. COC would breeze by Moore Park easily with a record-setting 48-3 victory as Hale Carpenter set a school record with 225 yards receiving along with 12 receptions, just a few shy of his own record he set a few weeks back. With sub-500 records so far this season, the men and women's soccer teams have not performed as expected. But with league play underway, the Cougars look to turn the corner and find a spark to ignite some victories. Citrus College rolled into town this past week. We take you to first half action now as Ashley Hill will sneak around the keeper, finding a wide open net to make it 2-0. Merritt Kent will seal the victory with this bouncer to make it 3-0. COC goes to 2-1 in conference play. It was the total opposite though for the men's team as they took on Glendale. The Cougars couldn't buy a goal, but Glendale did with this breakaway to make it 1-0. The Vaqueros will hold on and add 2 more to win against COC 3-0. Despite losing 4 of the last 7 non-conference games, the Cougar volleyball team is ready to turn up the heat in conference play. With the Cougars taking on Santa Monica, COC started off on fire and never looked back. In the second match, Santa Monica trailed the Cougars as much as 15 points. COC goes on to sweep the 3 matches, taking its first game in conference play. And that'll do it for sports.
Thanks, Mike. That does it for this edition of Cougar News. I'm Nenore Corey. Remember, you can catch us on the web at scvtv.com.
And I'm Michael Bocelli. You can also send news tips and story ideas to cougarnews@canyons.edu. We leave you with some scary scenes from Fright Fest at Magic Mountain.
Psycho Simon from Gotham City and Signal.com signing off. Sweet screams.
I'm Michael Bocelli. Join me and the Cougar News team for a special night of election coverage you won't get anywhere else. Local issues, local candidates, reaction from across the Santa Clarita Valley. Tune in on Tuesday, November 4th. Coverage begins 7:45 right here on Time Warner Channel 20.
Santa Clarita is Southern California's entertainment destination. Just minutes from LA, Santa Clarita's year-round weather means you can enjoy year-round fun. Like thrilling coasters and water parks, premium shopping, destination day spas, fine dining, outdoor adventure, and major events such as wine festivals, golf tournaments, and the Cowboy Festival. Santa Clarita, always in season.